Hi, it's Michelle coming to you with some kitchen inspiration. I have a brand new recipe that I'm test driving tonight. It's called Veggie Tots. And I'm just making this vegetables, but I know there's an alternate version where you can actually add chicken. So I'm making this with a broccoli, cauliflower, carrot blend, which was frozen, and I microwaved, and then I let it sit over my batter bowl here in one of my old Pampered Chef colanders and drained it for a while. So now I'm going to take these veggies that have been sitting for a little bit and put them in my twist and chop. I love this because the blades twist around, but they also work their way up and down at the same time. So I'm going to put all these veggies in here. And you'll notice there's no lights on here. When I put my lid on and then snap it closed, the blue light will come on. And we're just going to turn it on. See how that looks. Oh, the ones on the top aren't totally blended. I probably overfilled it a little. Just going to push them down in here a bit. Notice it didn't grab them. That was about 5 seconds. So a total of about 7 seconds, and I've got my veggies completely blended up and ready to go. And I'm going to transfer them to my batter bowl. If you get one of these twist and chops, make sure you grab one of our small mix and scrapers. They were blue a long time ago, but they're generally white, but they fit right in there very, very well. All right, so I'm going to add 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1/2 cup of panko breadcrumbs, 1 egg, and it's supposed to be 1/2 teaspoon of seasoning salt, but I'm out, so I'm going to use our rotisserie seasoning, which I think is a really good substitute. It's a similar flavor profile. I'm going to put that in there, and that looks like everything. So the veggies, the breadcrumbs, the Parmesan cheese, and the egg. So I'm just going to kind of mix this up. If you don't want to do it with your hands, you can put it in your mixer. Sometimes I use usually like if I'm doing something like this, a lot of times I'll use my Pampered Chef stand mixer and do it, especially if it's meat, but this didn't have any meat in it, so it's super easy. So we're just kind of making this into a nice blend. Now, it said to use the air fryer, but I'm using my air fryer for my chicken, so I'm going to use the top part. So I decided to grab the stone that's made for our air fryer and oven. So I oiled it a little bit because it's not completely seasoned yet. You know, I've used it a handful of times, but not enough that it's completely seasoned. So I want to give these a little bit of flavor there. You can make them any shape you want. It said to make them in like what I'm doing here. What did it call them? It says squeeze them into barrel shapes. I don't know about that. Maybe that's a barrel shape. So just going to put these out on here. Then I'm going to pop them into the top part of my air fryer and oven, which the bottom part has been running for a while. You're supposed to put them all in at one time, but I didn't have myself together that way. But I set my oven so that it would cook both the top and the bottom. So it's preheating the top right now. And I'm going to throw these in there, and I'm going to cook them for 16 minutes. And then serve them with my chicken. I'm excited to try these. I was thinking about trying them with the chicken first, but then I decided to make chicken separately. But what's cool is this is a really great way to get your kids to eat vegetables when they can't really see them. I find that they're more likely to be willing to eat them. I'm going to add that to that last one there. All right, so that's all. I absolutely loved my twist and chop, and I love my air fryer and oven. My March special for my March hosts is 60% off anything you would like, which means you could get the air fryer and oven 60% off, or the blender, or the twist and chop, or anything that's on your wish list. So just let me know what it is that's on your wish list, and we can talk about you hosting your own virtual party to get it 60% off. But of course, you're also going to get free and half price items in addition. So thanks so much for joining me. Make sure you, if you'd like to have this recipe, send me a note, and I will send it back to you. Or on March 1st, it'll be on my website. It's called Veggie Tots. And follow me on Michelle's Kitchen Inspiration on YouTube. That's where all of the old videos are stored. Thanks so much. Have a great evening.